Said to kill the bare-handed so the people won't forget it. Getting money for I was legal to drink. I care what a broke nigga think.
Just like the pack of Lewiz.
Look, everything I do so cold. I can do this, both eyes closed. Too short, I stay on my toes. About that guap boy, anything goes. Help the bear if we outside. Help the bear if we outside. Still tipping, baby, nothing changed. I'm still grinding over here, yeah. Still sliding through my own lane. Shorty, nothing funny over here. Dollars rain everywhere around me. Dream to get money. Made it through the store home, living sunny. Dreams came true, now we eating. I got more dreams to chase, gotta reach them. Trying to put a team together like the Hunger Games. Everybody grinding because we all came from hunger pain.
That's right, y'all. Lakeith at OneYoungsta holding it down, bringing the street geek and nerd soul. What is up, my people? Today all year, come on with another wonderful episode of You Best Believe It. I ain't tell you no lies. We getting up in here. We're on screen. We're talking about live television, movies, all that jazz. And I ain't by myself. Now, first, I want to give a big shout out to, because if you've been here since way back, season 1 of Atlanta, all right, there's two awesome people, you know what I'm saying, that aren't here right now, you know what I'm saying. Sade Sellers, shout out. Marquita Lestar, shout out. But tonight, I'm also not alone, all right? 2 awesome gentlemen with me. Right over here, you know him, all right? One half of the blurtish combo duo, dirty of the dirty South, all right? Selling them books, doing them podcasts. I bring to you Mr. Cooper.
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing tonight? And Mike, since we sometimes do this thing, do you mind if I introduce our new guest?
Yes, please.
The young man below me, or to the side of me, I don't know how Mike's Zoom box is set up, but it's Gift Ibelu. He's been on the Blurtish podcast several times. He's reviewed many a different Marvel show with me. He's the owner of HBCU Rugby. He holds an event out here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana also. He travels worldwide. He's going to let you know about himself.
Yo, hey, man, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. You know, we out here trying to put up for the nerd community, but the rugby nerd community as well, too. You know, give it out for the HBCU rugby community, HBCU Rugby Classic. So, guys, I'm really, really happy to be able to be here and be able to talk about this tonight. Thank you guys for having me.
Yo, it's good. It's good you up in here. So, you know, shouts out to the chat. If you're in here in the chat, if you're getting your lurk on, doing all that jazz, I see a couple of y'all lurking. You know what I'm saying? Y'all that's lurking, feel free to say hey. Feel free to say, yo, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Come and commune with your Atlanta people. All right? Now, if you're watching on the replay, shouts out to you too. We about to, look, you know the deal. We about to get up into it. All right? Look, there's so much in these first 2 episodes that I want to get into. But to let you know our format, if you brand new, we assume that you've seen the show, and just assume that you're at the barber shop talking about the show. All right? This is not a recap. So if you want us to run down scene for scene, that's not what we do here. All right? We chop it up, we chill, we throw around what's crazy, what's funny, what's stupid, what's not stupid about the show. That's how we get down. So I'm gonna throw this. Oh, Malcolm Lee in the chat. What up? I'm gonna throw it out like this. I'm gonna start this show off with this. If you make your mama have to leave her job and come to school because you don't know how to act, you in trouble.
Yes.
Too familiar. Too familiar, let me just say.
Oh, you was one of them, Gift?
Was the one.
My mama done came to school a couple of times for a brother. You know, I had to learn. When I was just a young nerd soul, I had to learn.
Look, I would have, if it was my mama, it would have been bad, but my dad said, don't you ever make me come. Don't ever make me come. Because it's gonna be terrible. My dad had a belt buckle with his name on it. James.
Yo.
I was like, I do not. Luckily, he eventually got rid of that belt, but it's like, you know what? Yeah, whippings don't feel good.
Nah. Yo, so of course, Donald Glover is great at taking like these things that happen in real life and applying them in the show. Like in season 2, we got that moment where Paperboy's song, the white lady did a stream about it, similar to Vince Staples. Where I think the song was North North, where like the white lady did a stream about this song. So in this case, he touched on the kids that went to see Black Panther and that whole school that was like everybody was dancing except in real life people were supposed to be dancing. They did like a dance party, and in this one he just got up by himself and was dancing. All right. It's crazy because it's like you watch this and you're like, yeah, that happened. Like
it did.
true.
Like it's the realism. It was like, oh, he's doing the whole Black Panther dance party thing. It's like, but he's the only one doing it. Yeah, he wouldn't stop.
Nah, he wouldn't stop till he ended up in the principal's office.
Man, look, but you know what made it even sadder was it wasn't even so much a dance as much as it was just like that was justified because let's call it what it was. They were getting a sneak peek of the newest version of it. Like you should get the full dance. That should have been the most justified dance of all the dances to be able to get done and to be punished. I didn't know who needed to really be blamed. I was like, is it the principal for not respecting it, or is it the teacher for like you created this hype? Like this boy was a victim.
Yeah, it was
like yeah, you can't tell a whole bunch of kids they're going to see the brand new movie. They're gonna be hyped. Now, also in your boy Donald Glover keeping it real, when the principal is speaking, and she's like, hold on, let me jump in here real quick. I got this. It's like you're not the principal, but of course. This is something white women be doing all the time with this joint. They be like, oh, no, hold up, I got you. like I did not, what, how, I didn't give you a chance to speak. Like, this is my meeting. Where'd you even come from?
Yo.
Yo. Just popped up.
Look, let me just put it like this. You know, there's a lot of episodes that you come and take, but man, when you talk about that, like that deep-seated growing rage that you get inside when you're like, yo, lady, what are you doing right now? Like you are interfering to, do you not understand? Do you not recognize what is happening? Recognize the culture that's going on right now. You hush and then you continue. You'll go on your way. I get you trying to be helpful, but this ain't your spot. What you doing? And it was just one falling domino after the next. And I was just like, y'all, no.
You can see
this is too much of a horror moment for me in my heart. I didn't know I thought I'd put away the Black trauma, but man, PTSD hit hard because I've had guidance counselor teachers that were like that.
Look, my guidance counselor didn't give a damn about nobody. She like, F them kids. She's like, kids, future.
It's like, this is what you're here for. You're supposed to be working for kids.
Bro, I saw my guidance counselor like maybe once to pretty much be like, yep. I'm like, thank God for Southern University. And I met the chancellor. He came and did a meeting himself.
Man.
And for real Black principals at Scotlandville, because I went there for once. If you not know, Scotlandville is the city where Southern University is housed. Or the area of Baton Rouge.
Right. Word. Shouts out to Aaron Medina, says at South by Southwest, Donald Glover told us it was Get Out 2, LMAO, when it premiered. Honestly, I want to throw it to the direction in the writing and direction of this episode. Donald Glover, Hero, the cast, Stephen Glover, like all of them are able to create this show where they do so much in like 30 to 40 minutes. They touch so much. Even the opening of the show, you were like, hold up, whoa.
Can we just address that opening real quick since we go in there?
Yep.
Like,
which one?
Just before we even get to the history of it, but like, shout out to the people from Georgia. You hear of that, and of course you don't really, you ain't gonna learn it without hearsay from people from Georgia to teach you that history, or you just know it. So about the town that was flooded, and then people actually, they also say that lake is haunted. That's, one of the stories. But if something's going to be haunted, it would be somewhere where a bunch of people been murdered, and the theme, you know, and yeah, I do a little reading. You know, I did a little reading on the interview with Donald Glover, and the theme is about, I guess, the curse of whiteness this year that's going to evade through, as you can see through the first 2 episodes.
Okay.
So when old boy, you know, his buddy, his pal, first of all, as a brother, even if you like to fish, why are you out there with this white dude in the middle
late
of the
at night?
But
you know what?
It was a framework for a dream within a dream.
Yeah.
Or whatever. But it was like, oh,
that was straight
like,
Inception style.
I knew what they was about to do. When he turned his head like this, it's like, I was like, got me.
Yeah, like straight up, look, to all my brothers and sisters, do not go hunting and or fishing with your white brethren at nighttime. There's nothing you can't hunt in the full-blown high noon.
Let me say
that you gotta hunt right now.
Hey, my old job.
Yo.
It's so fun. And here's the funny thing. You know, one comedian, he makes his living off of like going hunting with his pale friends, as he call it. But they will offer this to you, even if they don't necessarily like you or they don't like your political affiliations. But they're like, hey, you in the office with me, buddy? Let's go fishing. Let's go hunting. I'll even buy the reel for you and get you started. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Like, if it ain't where everybody can see us, I ain't going into the woods. Even if I like to hunt. No. I got it. I'm straight. Me and my brother, my family.
They'll be trying to make you into a hunting accident real fast. Nah, bruh.
No. You ain't putting no Dick Cheney on me. You ain't pulling the Dick Cheney on me, partner.
Nah.
So the lesson of the day, you got 2 things. Don't go hunting at night with your white friends, and don't be a political friend of white people either. Shout out to Dick Cheney.
Also, funny thing is, Dick Cheney shot a dude in the face, came on the news and was like, I shot a guy, everything's okay. And that was it. Like, that was like the press conference.
No.
Like,
you forgetting the real gangster part. No. It wasn't he came out and said, hey, I shot a dude in the face. No, that man said, it was my fault that he shot me in my face.
Oh yeah.
It was my fault. This is where that blank eye effect comes in from the show right there.
Just how this ties into the theme about the curse of whiteness.
I was wondering if this season had a theme, because of course season 2 was Robin season. And like we knew everybody was either getting robbed or finessed throughout the whole season. So now we know the curse of whiteness. I guess FX was like, all right, Donald, we can't let you put that.
Hey, this is why you wrap it up.
Yeah, we can't. But yeah, because when the dudes break it down, it's true. Like, you know, you have coined white people, and then you have like white Latinas, white Asians that, you know what I'm saying, that look down on Asians that are brown skin or darker skin and or black people. Same thing in the Latino community. So you have like these varying degrees of whiteness. You got the dude that wrote that book Mouse that they was trying to like ban all in the South. The Jewish guy comes on TV and literally said, we thought we were honorary whites. Like that came out of his mouth on the news.
Yo.
So it's like, that's the thing. There's like, because like white supremacy is set up to give like varying degrees of whiteness to, you know, to align yourself. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm better than black people.
And this is a common one about like the Italians who came over, who were dark and olive skinned, and who did they mix with? You come on now, they even have a parade after the Irish Italian parade. How you think it came to be? They was like, get with these Irish people, get white, real fast.
You be as white as possible.
Like, we don't like they were like, the Irish, they all right. But, you know, at least they count the Anglo-Saxon, you know, dichotomy. Hurry up and get up and push yourselves up to that.
Yeah,
you know?
Like...
So, you go start turning brown.
Yeah.
So
all that is a concept that was just like essentially just created. It's like, oh yeah, well, whiteness, yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. And we're white and you're not. Like that's like the whole thing is like, oh yeah, whiteness, yeah, that's that's.
But
that's
cool, Italians still hate to be called white though. Some of them, it's like, I'm Italian. Yeah, you white though.
But I mean,
Yeah,
look, it just goes back to that, like,
Yeah.
you know, you just want the cultural variation, going away from English people, that concept. But I mean, it's white until it's not convenient, and then you're elsewhere. You know, it's about the convenience.
Yeah, because see, now it's not as convenient. Like, it's still convenient, but like in public, it's not as convenient because now there's so many, you know, avenues where people can be called out for stuff. So now people are like, oh no, I'm Italian. You're what like Boondock said, you're what the police would consider white. Like, stop it. You're like, because she was like, Jesus was a Hebrew. Jesus is someone the police would consider black. So let's get off it.
You're not past that card. Like, nope.
So I did want to drop a little shout out to all the kids that were you know, disruptive in class, you know, loud in class, you know, talkative. Because I was one of those kids that I would be on honor roll, but then my comments would be like talkative, disruptive. Like, so, you know, I know y'all. And look, I feel y'all. I love y'all. Y'all gonna have to get it together because y'all gonna get some more detentions. But I still got love for y'all. And even his mama said, he ain't dumb. He's an idiot. But he ain't dumb. He ain't dumb. Ain't nothing wrong with this boy. This boy's lazy. He don't want to learn nothing, but ain't nothing wrong with this boy. She was right. Now, on the flip, when she was like, just get out, that was wrong. All right.
I feel like that's where the fantastical elements just kicked in. Like, it's just like, I don't think it happened just that easy, but maybe it do with the system. But it's just like, she's like, I'm done. You want to take a break? You don't want to be by me? Leave. I think that's where it just was getting a little strange. Where it's like, all right, let's go speed this right along.
Yeah.
See, I disagree. I do think that was probably maybe not in the real story, but it's an element that's there, especially if you don't feel because you know how many times you hear it, like if somebody goes, yo, if my kids call social services, I'm gonna make them have a reason to call social services, and it's gonna take some time before social services arrives. So whenever it's just like if we all like we know that element. So whenever she, you know, they brought him in and she's just getting surprised by it. You know, I did think it was the negative, and I like that they created that dichotomy between like being a tough and involved mother at the same time also not knowing better. Like, she didn't believe her kid didn't call social services. Clearly, you know, we know who did it, but she didn't believe her kid. Like, yo, so whenever you're just like, okay, no, you want to go? All right, here you go. Take yourself. She at least gave him his clothing, and you know, for whatever it's worth.
Gave him a jacket and a pair of pants.
Right, you know, a jacket. You know, he stayed warm outside in the cold, but like it was. I didn't think that was fantastical. I was like, I legitimately think there's enough mothers who, if you insult them, especially if they're trying hard and they're doing everything they can, yo, they're gonna let you go.
I just felt like the way how fast it happened, but I mean, I know it's for TV purposes.
Yeah, we gotta get Matt. I will say this from a brother who's had a moment similar to this. I ain't gonna put everybody out. I'm gonna just say I know someone who had a moment similar. All right, and they may have had a mark on their leg. All right, from you know, some discipline that he deserved. All right, the lady at school sent some people to the house. That boy's mama literally sat in that living room and said, if you go and buy football cleats, pads, birthday parties, movies, do this, do that, sit up when he's sick overnight. If you're going to do this, fine. But if not, you can get the F out my house. And that lady, if this is alleged, if this is true, that lady looked at that woman, and that black lady had a cold stare, as short as she is. And that white lady got up and left that house. And that was it. And I'll never allegedly forget that.
Allegedly.
But that's how I thought it was about to go down. But she was like, nah, you go. And then we get this story that I never knew about. I didn't know that was real. Like, I ain't gonna front. Before this, I had no idea of these two chicks that like killed 6 kids.
Yeah. I can't remember what year it happened. I think
2018. I looked it up. It was 2018. Wow. This is too
much
recent.
Happened between then and there. I probably pushed it out my mind because I didn't want to believe it. But I was like, oh yeah, this did happen. And my wife was like, yeah, this is real. I'm like, what? I was like, so they found him in the exact same clothes, just like what he was wearing. Like everything you saw is kind of an approximation of how it went down.
Except for the ending. And that's the part that makes it hurt the most. Like, I'm not gonna lie. It was, look, I'd made a rule ever since not 12 Years a Slave, but the one that Nate Parker did on Nat Turner. After that, I was like, yo, thank you, Birth of a Nation. I was like, I can't do any more black trauma. So to be able to go watch that part again, and you know, when you look into the story, even more so, like, it's even that much more enraging because it almost had like, you remember that Pepsi commercial with Kylie Jenner that was like she gave a Pepsi to the cop? Yo,
did she say racism with Pepsi?
Right. Yo, the kids that died in the real story, like the kids that died in the real story, they literally in 2014 when Portland was having their, I forgot which one it was, whether it was the 10%er march or one of those protests. Yo, this kid's going up there, got a picture of him hugging a cop to save against racism. This is the same kid who just 4 years later would die in that murder-suicide that occurred. So like to watch it, and to watch it, and you're seeing it, and you know, I remember when it happened, but you know, there's stories. Like after a while, you're just like, yo, people died. It's like, yo, this is why you don't want people adopting, you know, certain people adopting black kids. But then like to watch it in motion and to really realize like what would really be happening in the low-key slavery that was occurring with it. And then to add it to the fact that they basically, you know, were meant to kill it. And I'm glad that the show tapered it off because I think it's too much trauma for one, that they were just like, the kids escaped.
He needed to get back into his bag of dry humor because it was about to be like, oh, you know, it was
well, I mean, they still peppered some stuff. Like when that girl grabbed that chicken and opened that microwave, I was like, hold up, what?
Oh my gosh, that was just trauma. Look, am I the only one who's like, yo? Am I the only one who's like, yo? I need to be a foster parent. Like, I need to be I gotta save these kids.
I gotta save these. We gotta kick the truth to the young black youth.
Me and my wife was about to throw up. I'm kind of nauseous today, to be honest, from the episode. Yeah. It's kind of like, why is that chicken white? Like, what the hell? And they named it like, you know, do you want some sprouts or something else? And I was kind of like, I don't know what that is either. I eat vegetables. I never heard of that. What the hell is she talking about?
She was like, you want some capers?
About capers. I heard about sprouts, but I've never seen them, to be honest with you. I've never actually seen them.
Real talk, real black man, but what the hell are capers? Is it what family?
I have no idea.
Is it green? What the hell are they?
I
black
feel like
people, we want real vegetables, all right? Yeah. Cabbage, broccoli, greens, all right? String beans, you know what I'm saying? Okra, all right? We want real vegetables.
Sprouts are the same as sprouts, right?
I don't know, but I know Brussels sprouts is real. We want real vegetables. I don't know, carrots, something real.
In Baton Rouge, Louisiana, with my dad as a goddamn farmer, say nothing about no capers.
I genuinely don't know. I've heard capers on TV shows and movies, and to this day, I still don't understand what they are.
It's probably something like cucumbers, but white people like rebranded it because it's new now. It's like you know, come on, man. You know how
I'm sorry, that was just one
you know how like the midday yoga crowd, they want to like rename something.
Like, remember when kale became the rage?
Yeah, like now, like nobody knew about sriracha till y'all had it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like now all of a sudden you gotta have sriracha on chips, and you gotta have sriracha on it. Like
sriracha, way back in the day at the old raggedy Chinese restaurant with the chicken. I've been seeing that chicken.
Yeah, we've been seeing that ever since you was getting 4 wings and rice at the hood Chinese spot. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. This is the strongest of facts right here.
You always see that chicken in that red bottle. It's like, oh, that's all right, it's like spicy ketchup almost.
Right. That's exactly. I honestly, I thought it was spicy barbecue for the longest time. Like legitimately, I thought it was spicy barbecue for the longest time. I was like,
to me, sriracha gives you that right about a kick for that type of food.
Let's go.
Easy, you go get the ice.
But like that whole situation, the new lady comes in, she's like, yo, a neighbor called. And we don't know what neighbor it is, but some neighbor called. The second she came in, she was like, what that smell?
What that smell?
Because the boy said the same thing. He was like, yo, it's stinking here. She was like, no, it doesn't. He was like, no. It's like, I was talking, my wife and I are watching it. My wife was like, I know what stink is. Like, you don't have to tell me it's not stink. Like, I know what stink is. It stinks in here. It's something in here.
Shout out to the Glovers for doing this one here. Oh, I said, here's your towel. Where's the washcloth?
Yo, okay, so we're gonna talk about this one here because I legitimately I have my wife from Brazil, and I understand in Brazil they don't use washcloth. I was like, okay, whatever. Some people have different, but they're super anal about cleanliness. So I was like, whatever. But is it really like? I thought maybe it was a North American thing.
No,
but like,
no.
I understood you don't wash legs, but I mean, how do you put soap on the body? Like, this doesn't make sense to me.
You wash your whole. This is a European thing. All right, don't be putting this on Americans, because black people are probably the most Americans of all Americans. But that's a whole nother argument. This is a European thing. All right,
yo.
If you don't want to washcloth, fine. You got those scrubby hands, a loofah, the brush with the stick on it or something to put suds upon your body. All right, you need friction and suds. All right,
that's how you
need scrubbing bubbles.
The way those women were so aloof, like, what is this new invention you speak of?
When he asked for a washcloth, and the other black kids was like,
I was like, that's right. We
just had a whole argument a year or two ago about white celebrities. Like, I don't wash on, just rinse off.
A year or two ago, brother, that was 3 months ago.
They still don't.
The first time I saw it,
3 months ago.
Shouts to Brandon Easton. The first time I saw it, Brandon Easton shared an article where this white person was saying, like, hey, you don't really need to shower every day. And I was like, and like there were people sharing the article, like, yeah, you know, hey, just let yourself be natural or something. And I was like, don't make me put you in the same bucket with them Hotep brothers that be like, nah, all you need is just, put a leaf on your body or something. Nah, bro. What you need is hot water.
Listen to my mouth. Look at my mouth. Wash it. I can't say it because I'm trying to respect Mike's platform here. Wash every day. Your whole body, and do it well.
It's not gonna kill you to just scrub. Just scrub it
up. But you know what? It will kill you if you don't. Like, that's what the Black Plague did in Europe, because them people don't wash.
And if any musty steak mother talk about my natural fluids or my natural moisturizer, that's what Jergens is. Jergens, they got plenty of brands. God damn it, they got a whole lotion out.
So I have a theory here.
A whole aisle of nothing but lotion. It's everywhere.
A whole lotion out. Every drugstore.
I have a theory about this, all right? And it's the same reason why I feel like saunas exist. Because the only place that you can feel like you don't shower, you have to be in a place where it's naturally below zero on a fairly regular basis, where your body just doesn't have the chance to emit anything. So you can be like, I don't need to clean, because if you do, you're gonna dry out everything. There's no chance. When you live in the South or any place that actually has, real weather and the sun actually cares about it, like, this doesn't exist in any element. Because why? You start sweating. You can't go without shower. You're going to stink and die.
Yo.
Hold on.
We move on this, Google Zach's.
Okay.
Stank 8. But Dax Shepard and them. But if you want to have a laugh,
yep.
So
Mila Kunis.
Look, and I know Mila Kunis heard a whole bunch of y'all that want to. I'm just saying, I know she hurt a whole bunch of y'all feelings, because y'all was probably thinking, oh yeah, it's so good. You know what I'm saying? Just go downtown. Yeah, to the sewers. That's where you're gonna go. All right. Wash. All right. All right. I can't believe we're telling adults about washing. Like, this is something you do for kids. Like, you know when kids be like, you put them in the bathtub and they just be playing in the water. Like, that's something like you expect kids to do. Not like full-grown people.
Who is nonverbal, development delayed, knows and enjoys being bathed. He knows. Okay? Because he been trained. As much as we can train him to do it, he will come and know that it's time that he knows when he ain't feeling right. To a point. So grown adults, I know this was a sidebar, but this is kind of like a kid to the foolishness that happened from 2019 and still going on. Wash your hands, mask, maybe get vaxxed. I don't know. Take care of this. Anyway, moving on.
So I thought that was dope. They had him wake up. It was like, oh, it's a dream within a dream. So that's great. Even though, we got like 3 cultural, like historical, factual moments kind of framed inside of comedy. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool how they do it, and sometimes kind of sad too, because like I said, I just found out last year about the towns that were flooded, or the town that was flooded in Georgia or whatever. I just found out about that last year. No, peep this. I'm from Virginia. I just found out this year that Pocahontas' name was not Pocahontas' name. Her name was Matoaka or Matoaka, not Pocahontas.
Blame Disney.
I just found that out this year, and I'm from where I live. Pocahontas State Park is like 20 minutes from where I used to live at.
State
back
Park
home.
Wait, are you saying that Pocahontas is the whitewashed name for her?
Yes.
How did they amalgamate?
Probably because
indigenous
I don't know.
language?
John Smith or whatever was like, I like Pocahontas better. Something I don't know. I guess that's how it sounds.
Got the whole Disney movie.
Right. The machine's a different game. That's a different game. Look, it's one thing to go to Larry and John and Smith and stuff, but you went to Pocahontas. Like you were so disrespectful. You made up from the language. Like you didn't realize the level of disrespect
that sounds close.
that goes there.
At least L and the R is in Aquarius. So they just.
But then, peep this, in that school district, they have the correct name. Matoaka High School is a real high school in that same school district, as well as Pocahontas State Park.
I got a question.
I lived there, or I grew up there and never knew.
I got a question. Is the one with the right name is in the hood?
Huh?
Is the one with the right name, is it in the hood?
Nah, Matoaka's kind of in the sticks, sort of. It's kind of, that one's kind of in the sticks.
It's too far for the majority of the people to know.
Yeah. like when you would consider Matoaka in the sticks, right? Like kind of in the, it's out there. It's kind of in the sticks. Yeah.
We're letting those kids learn something new. All right, we're not gonna put some respect on these natives' names. We took this land for a reason.
Like, give her a school, it'll be okay. No, but then, shouts to them to be able to do a whole episode without even showing up and still have the heat. So that episode 2 though. Yo, if you need to go to jail in Amsterdam. Because apparently you just get a college dorm.
So
not only go to jail, but also be a rich, famous rap star too.
Yes.
So here's the funny thing. I heard, and this was off of a different cast or whatever, but apparently in like Sweden and Amsterdam, that's actually the norm. They don't do jail the same way as we do. They do jail literally for as a holding. But what happens is the court cases are a much longer process to get to. So you have a higher likelihood, like they basically don't go to jail in Sweden because while it's super comfortable, super luxurious, it's legitimately a dorm. But you might be stuck in the country for like 6 months to a year trying to get out. So they'll slow down the process. So it's this weird imbalance that goes with it. But you know, I don't know. It's super weird. It's so
let's
racist.
Keep it real though. But since in the capitalistic country of America, that probably is an upgrade for some people living in places like New York or wherever you got box apartments.
Oh, true story.
Real on that one. Now I know Gift has traveled some. Have you ever experienced anyone, you know, being accosted by the police, you know, overseas? Is it because I have a story that I want to tell about police action or interaction overseas?
I guess it just depends on what you define. Look, the places that I've typically gone, if you get accosted by the police, money can help you get out of the situation. So look, do a little tip and you go on your merry way. Other than that,
okay, I get you.
Mike, you see why I roll with Gift, right?
Yeah.
You know, he knows people that know people that know things.
So all right, so I'm in London one time, and there's this guy who's clearly drunk. He's clearly drunk. It's been a long night. He's had too many. But he is yelling, spit flying, pointing all in the cop's face, right? I mean, yelling at the top of his lungs, your daddy's this, your mama's this, you ain't this, blah, going on and on. So I'm almost in awe watching this. I was like, oh, they're going to beat him down. They're going to beat him down. They're about to hit him. Now, the regular cops in London, at least, don't have guns. Like only SWAT has guns. So like the regular cops, they just got like the old school sticks or whatever. I'm like, oh, they're gonna beat them down. Like they did not the whole time for about 20 minutes until the paddy wagon came. Now they might have beat him they might have beat him up in the van. But until he came there, two police spent 20 to 30 minutes saying, "Sir, please, sir, if you could just, sir, just please." I was just like, wow. Well, all right. Well, I guess now they might have put him in. They might put him in the van and whooped him we
don't do this in public. All right, we
don't do this in public. We're too civilized to do this in public. Once he got in the van,
they got the hooligan beat down.
So I always wonder about this because like I've been to Europe, but I've never been internally to Europe enough to deal with police. But like I always hear about London police, and there's this. I don't know if you felt this, Mike, but like whenever you got the blue passport, like I get where a little bit of the American arrogance comes into like wanting to flex over there. So I know for me, if I was in the situation, like my blue passport's entitlement might come in and be like, look guys, who do you think you're talking to? Who do you think you're dealing with over here? All right, you take your little sticks over here. We got real cops over here.
We got real cops. You don't scare me.
Like they'll really beat me. No, man. You
don't even have a taser.
Respectfully, I disrespect that.
It's interesting being over there because since you have the accent that you don't recognize because, of course, you're from the U.S., you're from the States.
Right.
So you don't notice it. But the second you open your mouth, everybody's like,
we got a live one.
Like, we have our black people in line, but the black people over there, they're always marching and doing demonstrations. We don't want him to poison ours.
You got to watch out for those thick legs. Yeah, they be marching. There's
always like this weird look that you get, but and then there's always this surprise that you're cool. I'm like, well, who's coming? Who's coming from the U.S. that's like not cool? But then I also realized to a certain degree, by and large, who from America can travel internationally like that? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yeah, you probably getting a whole bunch of, you know, the very bro-y type dudes.
And let's just be honest. If you or I, when we take our money to travel overseas, I haven't traveled overseas, but if you do, you are not trying to blow it and mess up your good time with this BS. Like, I ain't got time for you. It just costs too much. You'll get my best because I need to give my best because I want to enjoy the damn trip.
Thank you.
This is one of the truest stories. But you know what the interesting thing is, and this is why I always want, especially Black people, to travel more and more overseas, is because I do feel to an extent that as an American Black, now mind you, African Black does not get the same respect, but as an American Black person, you have almost a benefit of the doubt of being cool. Now, mind you, it's cool in the way of what they see on TV. So, like,
it's almost like a stereotypical cool.
Exactly.
It's almost like it's like 25% racist, but then it's like,
exactly. Look, it's the myth. It's a stereotype myth effect. It's like, yo, we wanted to. It's a good. It sounds good in intention, but the burden of it is also kind of racist. So you're just kind of like mixed into compliment, but also in the jail that's of it. So like whenever we go, like I've always found I get treated incredibly well, but then at the same time I'm like, yo, are you Jamaican? Yo, Snoop Dogg, and you're just like, okay, I see what you're doing. I
get it.
Yeah, I get it. I need you to work it a little bit, but you know it's working for me, so I don't know what to do. You have me confused right now.
It's like I get it, but
it's working in your favor, but it's like I need y'all to do better.
Exactly.
Thank you for the benefits to help. You still ain't ish out here though.
Exactly.
Give me this free
and that's it. So like whenever they talk about Americans, like you said, the people who typically are the ones that are reflecting that super negative stereotype are the ones who are of a certain Jewish aspect.
Oh, okay.
but it's because of the tourism aspect. It's like they want the America in another country, and it just doesn't ever make sense. Whereas I think a lot of us, whenever we go, we're just like, whoa, we want to feature something that's not the state. And when you want to go feature something that's not the state, you respect the area, and then all of a sudden people are cool. But you know, you got to fight that. You got to fight the stereotype in first, or at least, you know, embrace their surprise.
Now, with back to the ladies, when old girl showed up for the welfare check, did you know she was gonna be dead? Because I had no idea. Like, they was acting weird, and the lady from Lovecraft Country, she was acting weird, but I was like, I didn't think they was gonna kill her though. Like, when he saw that clipboard in the trash can, I was like, bruh, there's no way they can catch you. Just break out and run. Just run.
But
you know what?
Since this is like Get Out, though, if he would have ran into another cop, all they're gonna do is escort him back. Because
they're gonna be like, going back to.
But that's my son. Call me mom. And
he's like, I'm hungry. You need to help me. He was like, oh, here goes your son.
He wanted to play PlayStation or something. Like, what?
I'm sorry. You can call me mom. I'm like, this is a foster house. I am not adopted. I ain't calling you mom nothing.
Like, I know where my mom is at, all right? Jane and Heather, whatever your name, Amber, whatever your name is.
It was Amber and I don't know.
It doesn't even matter. I did not even realize that they killed the welfare lady. I did not even realize they killed the social. Like, I saw the clipboard. I was like, oh, she just threw it into the
she
trash.
I knew she was dead the moment she was like, oh, let's go outside. Like,
true story. The way she walked back in was real murdery. Like, it sounded real. She closed the door real murdery.
The next day, they go into the Grand Canyon.
The Grand Canyon. She dead.
She came in like, everything's cool. It's like, what? Why? When was everything not cool? Like, hold up. Why are you coming in the house like that?
When did she just have murder weapons planted wherever they murdered her at?
Yo, they are hippies from Portland. I'm sorry. Do you know hippie white people from Portland are by far the scariest hippie white people in the world? because that place has almost no black people, and the black people that reside there are on the outskirts. Like Portland is the scariest progressive location I think I've ever heard.
Yeah, because it's postured progression for the sake of likes and attention. Like when she was like, "Did you see what Rihanna said? I'm going to make a comment right now." Like it was like,
what this couple were an extension of this is where the Get Out vibes come from, because they were labeled as progressives, and he probably did vote for Obama
twice.
And he's still killing people, and so snatched up their bodies. You probably can find his track record. He was such a great one of them. I had to vote for him.
I had to vote for him. I voted for Obama twice. Those ones that have to like let you know that they did something in service of someone black. Like they have to make sure it has to be broadcast.
It's like you have your white friend, but you have those white friends that just got to prove it to you till it becomes weaponized. It becomes just weaponized whiteness, just on the other side of the coin.
This is what I call the white liberal playbook. Like that is where it generates from, the white liberal playbook. They're the same people that will use the phrases that are supposed to be technically correct, but they sound so dehumanizing that you're just like, yo, I don't even want you to root for me.
There's something wrong with how you said that. I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it. I can't articulate it, but I don't like it.
Quick side note. Have you ever had one of your liberal white friends and they say black? You know how we just say black, but they put that extra BLB black.
Black. It's like, why you like that?
Why you gotta play you? Why you emphasizing the B and L like black? Oh. I'm like, are you all right?
No.
I can't go deep into it, but you know how to have that beat 2 years ago. What happened? You know too.
They do the most. They do. It's what Brandon Easton calls well-meaning whites. It's what white liberals or well-meaning liberals or leftists. All that stuff where it's like, like I know you think you're woke, and I know you're saying the word woke, but when you say woke, it makes me not like it.
It's like the other extreme of extreme conservatism. Like it still has the same heavy hit. It's the one where you go like, I'm gonna go a little dark, but it's like if you go back into the 1960s and the situations of people getting, black people getting, hung, but it's like the one that you have, the ones that you say are super conservative that you said that would have been watching, and then you have the ones that are those like well-meaning progressive, like I said, liberal handbook disciples who they don't stop anything, but they also are willing to turn you in if you also cross past a certain line. But they're gonna be like, no, we're not for this brutality. But if you came too close, I can't have you over here. I'm gonna give you over to them. And it's look, this is why I said like the Portland people. These are the same people that in 2020 for Black Lives Matter basically burned down the whole courthouse thing, and there's like no black people in the march. There's zero black people in the march whatsoever.
And also in Oregon is where that white dude with the cowboy hat stood up to the government and said, "I dare you take my guns, and I'll kill all of y'all."
Portland.
You know what? Portland is on. They on some other stuff.
All Portland, exactly.
So that perfectly encapsulates like how these women are. So one of the funniest moments in this episode is kids in the back of the van, and the subtitles of the looks. Yo, man.
Sweet release.
It's like, yo, these ladies gonna kill us. Right, I know, yeah, true. Sweet release.
My hair hurts. Yo, I'm not gonna lie.
I was trying not to laugh, but that's like, damn.
That was in my trauma. I was like, yo, I can't hold back this laughter because this was too good.
Oh, man. She was like, I know.
Yo, that little girl, she had truly just given up life. Like she was just done. She was just like, I've been eating microwaved semi-raw chicken for like who knows how long. I'm coughing up blood. Like the second when you saw her coughing up, that's just like, all right, no, Red, look, 911. The girl is coughing up blood.
Right. Do you have a washcloth?
She was like, it was she almost had that like that looked like does not compute. Like it was like
it broke her mind. You can see her mind break. Shout out to the white actors playing these women.
But since this was a horror movie to a certain degree, the biggest mistake was when she was like, I'm gonna get you out of here. No.
My wife said the same thing.
Yeah, that's always final last words.
And she got chopped up and put in a body bag.
Yeah. But those weren't the only two crazy ladies in this semi like double premiere. Your boy Paperboy was set up for a good night. You know what I'm saying? He was set up for a good night. Everything seemed like it was all gonna be all good. Hey, look, it's all touchdowns from here on out. And then a random argument in the acting on his face where he was like, what just happened? And you see, they threw like a chair out the window. I'm like, yo, you gotta pay for that. That stuff get charged to the room, aka you. Like, you gotta pay for all that stuff. Like even Ern came in the room like, yo, what happened?
But you know what? There was one thing I did like about that because we've that discussion of that Christmas theme of the blackface that they have in Amsterdam, in Netherlands. I really was happy that they were like the black Dutch people were having at least something against it. Like I was like, I respect the fight. Like you ignore it, it's a little passive. I get there's a tradition to it, but at least she fought. Now the question is who threw the chair, but I was like, respect. You got to crush it. And I was like, hey, Paperboy, man, you got to take one for the cause. All right, this one was for the cause.
I didn't know what they were exactly saying. I mean, other than what they said.
The whole thing, he was like, yo, is there like, do you see a midget with blackface and a midget? He was like, oh, nah, it's cool. It's a dude that helped Santa Claus or something. He's like, Ern was like, I appreciate the rebrand.
And I've seen this twisted tradition in years. A lot of us probably seen it by now. But I love the little, even though it's serious, that's like, it looks like racism to me. The guy's like, oh no, it's he just fell down a chimney. Blah blah. He's like, oh, well, we appreciate your rebranding and your marketing.
Right.
Bruh, like that's something I feel this. When the news of it broke like somewhere 18, 19, something like that, when somebody was like, yo, man, this is crazy festival with like blackface all over the country.
Yeah.
Like when we look, I was like, yeah, this is how, even though we are not in a good place at all as black people, financially, education, justice, whatever. But this is something that there's like not enough black people. There's definitely y'all are having a whole 100%. Bunch of just white fun, just over there, just living it up. Blackface, the whole crowd, son, the whole crowd, whole crowd. Paperboy's like, I ain't doing this.
But when Ern went to go talk to the manager, first of all, not to be that guy, but hey, they deserved it. Shout out to Ern for getting his finesse on. He's like, I need $20,000 up front, baby. Slide that to me, and you need to pay the driver. But
both times,
like saw that little outfit. I didn't put two and two together because I should have known by the title. But I remember what the outfit looked like. He was like, "Oh, well, Paperboy wear this." He tried to get him in the Black Pete outfit.
He did. I just realized,
tried to make him into Black Pete.
All the other Black Pete's.
Bruh. Nah, I can't do this. He told whatchamacallit turn his clogs around. Yo. He was like, nah, we out. Yo, he tried to give him the Black Pete out.
Hey, and here's the thing. And Ern wouldn't even he finessed that cash, but he said, look, man, you're gonna get more. Look, we the point where the writers are gonna pay you more for your trouble. Now I know why, boy. There's two reasons why boy slipped. It's nothing worse when you're the promoter. You don't want to get your butt beat for not coming through on your promises. So
Right.
you know you're gonna look bad. Like you ain't get you promised Paperboy, and Paperboy like, I'm tired. You know what's gonna happen to you.
Yep.
But the fact that he felt that he could actually go run, earn down, and beat him up. Now I do think they kind of like was just being allegoric when he just like grabbed a random dude that he couldn't tell all of a sudden that wasn't Aaron, and he beat him down. Aaron like, huh? Yep.
Well, because
You got
I think what went on was, do you know how much trouble I'm gonna be in? Because I promised everyone that they get their Black Pete concert. So now they can't have their Black Pete concert.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, you know, because I'm sorry, for a whole place to be that much blackface, they got that good bottom of the barrel good stuff. Like they were hopped up on. They was like, oh, we can't wait to see Black Pete. Black Pete, come out here and tap dance for us. And they gonna kill that promoter. Don't kill him.
Oh, yeah, look,
too bad.
As a promoter who has had to fight and had to shut down an event that you start promising, I get it. From the vendors to the sponsors, you know, there's a lot of money lost. But at the same time, that entitlement, you got to check yourself. And look, there's a level of ignorance that you can have, except for the fact that the internet exists. You know, it is not like the internet didn't exist in this element. So for you to like literally try and push it and then try and be cultural element, I was like, look, you're gonna get what you get. You know?
Yeah. Okay. I mean, hey, he's not going to lose as much money as Universal Fan Con. So I mean, what can you do?
Oh, Lord.
Deep cuts. I'll never forget. Oh man.
17, 18, 16. That's a 2018.
Bruh, I remember getting up to seeing a whole bunch of tweets and being like, oh, I guess people getting hyped for the weekend. Oh, there was hype, but it wasn't for the weekend.
Look, you know how deep that deep cut? You know, shout out to our homie, me and Mark. We actually did a fan con episode with somebody who, like, they wasn't one of them shady people. They was just gonna be like on it, and it didn't happen. So I got a whole episode about something that did not happen coming to fruition.
Yo,
you were Simpsoning it, predicted that early.
Yeah, predicted joy early. I ain't going front. I was like, hold up, say what?
Hey, but at least it didn't happen, so it wouldn't become that con out in Virginia. We ain't gonna go there. But
where it's supposed to be blurred, black nerd, and then y'all got like a white winner. I was just like, huh? Okay.
2 out of 3 years.
Okay. 2 out of years. Y'all ain't had it but 3 years. In 2 of those years, a white person has won. And look, bruh, I feel like your main job is to have black nerds.
Right.
And it's not WordCon. Or I guess WordCon. But all I'm saying is, bruh, like, come on. And then you got people trying to say, nah, bro. Nah, don't hate on it. I'm like,
all I'm gonna say is, do you if you go to it. I just know no promotion of it will ever be on any of places where I'm at. That I control.
Yeah, they ain't too happy with your boy right here, so you know what I'm saying. But there's other conventions. But
I go to them all the time.
There's other conventions, but
right.
I mean, check out what you call DreamCon. You know what I'm saying? Check out DreamCon. Probably going on during the same time, and they don't promise you something that you don't get. So you know what I mean? Hey,
shout out to DreamCon. Hey, shout out to the con I'm on. We don't promise nothing that you don't get at MicroCon. So if you're in Louisiana, sign up to go to do that.
Yo, Markelon comes through. He's like, yo, or I hope I ain't screwing up your name, but he was like, that whole situation was crazy. Those judges was cute. Those judges came out and like doubled down and ditched the other people. Like it was a bad situation.
Not to go deep into it, but it's just if the judges didn't say nothing, nobody wouldn't even know nothing other than a few people.
Yeah,
but the fact that
it might have been all right.
But so many people cut and ride for the foolishness was a part of it. I don't even let certain people who was podcasting, not gonna say names, can't even post their nonsense in my group no more. Like, nah, it was that distasteful, that trashy, and that was one of the things that that was just some step and fetch it foolishness. And tacky.
See, this is how you know.
I don't care if you're an expert from Kingdom Come. If you got to kick down your own people that bad to prove to lift this other person up, man, look, you just corrupt. Ain't other way.
Like, look, this is how you know it's amateurs. Whenever you do that, you're supposed to do that to throw the scent off. You do it once, and then just enough to keep people on their toes, and then you continue back. Yeah. This is how you get. That's how you get the money sponsors into here. All right, hey, we can include everybody, but not really. But we include it.
The bullets like but they anyway, moving on, man.
But moving on, I have to give praise to. First, I'd like to shout out Sade Sellers because she created this nickname. But we're going to talk about the Shea Butter Queen, also known as Van. All right, also known as Vanessa. All right, Shea Butter Queen. Yes. Shea Butter Queen came through.
I miss her views on Atlanta. I love her views when she was on the show.
Look, homegirl was like, I don't know why I'm here. Really? You got a man? Look. Let's just keep it real. You got a man, right? And you got a baby back at home, but you're here with your ex-man.
She's finding herself. Don't you understand?
She gonna find something else. All right.
Van is always finding herself.
Yeah,
But you know what I like about Van? Van knows she's shaking. She's just like, I know I'm shaking.
Yeah.
Like, I know I ain't no good.
Van can't even make up no lie. Be like, yeah, I just ain't doing nothing in my life right now.
Like, I ain't doing nothing. I ain't really doing nothing. I ain't nothing really going on. But messing around with Dad, now they lost his name. Messing around with
Darius.
With
Darius.
Darius, yeah.
Messing around with Darius.
I gotta ask what the heck that's about.
Now, here you go on some random trip. Now, Darius should know that every time whenever we go on a trip with him, it never ends well. How many trips with Darius end with like confetti and money and stuff? None. All right, it's always crazy.
If you go with Darius, nothing is really going to happen to him, but you're going to be hurt or mentally scarred.
Yep.
Yeah.
Always.
But this time she did kind of come out about 50-50. She did get kind of a breakthrough when she was like, it's okay. It's okay. And that dude was not Tupac, but still, she was like, it's okay. She got a chance to cleanse. But I don't know. I guess it's a real thing. People just be killing people. Like, people be having like little get-togethers to kill people. Like, I was like,
wife is. Was it like he terminally ill and maybe he asked to be killed? Like, was this one of them procedures? And he just died horribly, even if he asked for it.
Yeah.
Like a giant condom wrapped over his face. That was horrific. I'm like, what? They put condoms on people's heads and cutting off the hair out there. What are they doing?
Well, I mean, assistant.
If y'all saw it, it was draped over all of this.
Oh yeah, there was no. That was straight latex into the throat. Like, you can't even rip that. There's not let me pull this throat. No. It is.
Yo. And homie at the end was like, ding. And they was just like, she was like, I didn't know. Hold up. Like, everybody else was cool though. Does anyone else want to come up and say goodbye? Everybody was like, no, I'm cool. I'm just eat my little, appetizer sandwiches or something. And then like, you know them little square sandwiches, they be trying to be like cutesy with a toothpick in it. They was just chilling eating them. And they're like, you about to kill a dude. And this dude, he's
they
dying.
did Dr. Kevorkian very proud.
Shout out to the Glovers again. Because she hit the button twice. I was like, what the hell's going on? Like, what are they doing? Then you're like, whoosh. I'm like, oh my God, they got us again. Got me again with the horror.
Yo, got him. But then that night lets you know why she flew up. Like, you got a man at home. You got a baby at home. But somehow you hear Shea Butter queened up in a room at the exact right time when your ex-man is coming home. Coming back to the apartment.
Like this in a hotel, just in the towel like that. I said, well, they in Europe. I don't know. Maybe they just do that. Maybe they have to shower. Maybe the shower down the hall. Since they don't shower, they just share one or something. I don't know.
Maybe she had to like let them know what she was working with. I don't know. I don't know. But
I mean, it worked. It worked.
But Ern came home like he was mad tired though. Ern was just like, I'm done.
I mean, it was a day. It was a day. Like, can we not forget about that airport scene at the TSA? Like,
his day started off.
Yo, his day started off full butt naked, and dude was. You think like, okay, if I was the TSA guy, I'd be like, hey, I will like kind of like pinch your pants and keep them up, but just put your arms like this, and I can like whoop whoop get around your arms. He was like, I don't care.
This is Europe. This is Europe. We take this nakedness.
Like we ain't scared in Europe. Pull it out.
And nobody reacted in the airport.
Nobody was tripping.
Nobody reacted.
They was like, oh yeah, people be naked in here all the time. It's all good.
Yeah, like it's not.
Like
they probably like he's a black guy. Of course, you gotta tell us.
Now, Jose Perez comes through, says, you think Ern got COVID? You know what? Depending on the timeline this is set up in, he might have that C-19.
Right. I think they gonna possibly touch on this depending on how they filmed it, and then they are traveling abroad, and
it was in Europe,
and it's unshakable. Like he's shakily just feeling bad. If this continues, I think it's gonna be. Since this is Atlanta,
he got that BA2.
Yep.
You expect the worst.
Yep.
Maybe it won't happen until the end of the season when they get back, where it's just like it manifests. It might be one of them things.
Yeah, because he got that full COVID. This dude just dropped on the bed. But of course, on nights like this, your boys still want to run them streets. You know what I'm saying? Paperboy's like, yo, man, I need like 300 pieces of chicken. Fried, not microwaved. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate him being a full-on goon. He is himself. He, like you said, it don't matter where I'm at or whoever these people I meet. Let's do something. Come on.
Yo, they schemed $20,000. I'm thinking you need 20 to get out of jail. No. You only need a little, like, I don't know, maybe they needed $2,000 to get out of jail. Gets out of jail, tosses a little money in the sky just for random fans, takes the rest just to chill on. Yo, I gotta give it to Paperboy. Paperboy.
Well, see, here's the thing. It's not a scam if that's the money that you're owed. You got to advance. It's not a scam if it's money that's owed. The scam was just not performing. That's whenever it was supposed to be. There we go.
Boy, gonna get the money back while his career is going in flames. But oh well. But
yo, Paperboy always gonna be good because you know what I'm saying. The hood gonna love him. Like those people that didn't go to the show but they caught like a couple dollars in the air, they gonna love him. You know what I'm saying? The streets always gonna love him. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with me as NERDSoul. The streets always gonna love me because I keep it real. Whether it's my beef with Core Mega, my beef with Black Girl Nerds, my beef with, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? My beef. Well, actually, I don't have a beef with Black Girl Nerds no more. Really.
He fires.
Like nothing happened. It was just Jamie funny style. I don't know nobody else up there. It's Jamie funny style. But whether it's my beef with Cormega, any of them, you know what I'm saying? I kept it true. You don't see me up here tap dancing for nobody. That's why the streets still rock with me. They're like, yo, man, NERDSoul real. You know what I'm saying? He don't. When somebody say something funny style, he don't be like, oh, it's okay. No, I'll be like, no, that's wrong, son. You know what I'm saying? So me
to get funny style, y'all gonna have to pay me enough like Paperboy.
I'm gonna need that 20 grand though.
I drop some 20 grand, you know. Maybe you might get some craziness. But what I like about the Paperboy story is that how he has progressed. He keeps progressing, even though he had season 2 was about his fear of becoming famous, and I still think he's dealing with it. But he had that come to Jesus moment where it's like, you no longer belong to yourself, Paperboy. You belong to the public. So he's like, all right, let me adjust. I'm still gonna be me. If y'all that's what y'all want, let me get this money, and I'm still gonna have crazy wild sex with 2 women throwing chairs out the damn window over nothing.
But doesn't it? Did you guys ever get the chance to see that Kanye doc that was on Netflix?
No.
Nah,
I actually haven't watched it.
So there, no worries. So there's a line that was said on there where his friend was like, the guy who made the documentary itself, and he was like, you know, before Kanye, you know, you had the artist, the producer, the aspirational, and then he became on stage. It was almost like another person. But then after Kanye got his first Grammy, all he was doing at that point was just acting. Everything is just acting. His whole life became to act. And I feel like that's what we got with Paperboy now. Like, it's the exact same thing. Before we got him like real, all the nerves, the insecurity, the vulnerability, all the stuff that makes the music real and good. And then now he's just like, yo, I got my fame. Yo, may as well just be the actor. Let me be Paperboy. I'm no longer, I forgot what his name was for real, but I'm now just Paperboy, day in and day out.
I mean, he earning it through his music, but he's falling up in a weird way where he was a struggling artist that nobody really knew, who sold weed or drugs on the side, who now is a full-fledged rap star.
Probably getting 50K a show.
Man,
he's a lemon pepper wet when he wants it now.
Yeah, and hopefully he can get a haircut without having to take a ride with his barber around town.
That's still one of the best episodes.
Yo, it's one of the best episodes because all of us know that barber, man. Where it's like, dude, like, I got love for you, but like, you got too much stuff with you, man. Like, I can't, like, you're doing too much. Like, your baby mama calling, you running in and out. You know what I'm saying? You hustling a little smoke on the side. Like, you're doing too much out this shop. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to that comedian. I forgot his name, but he's actually from North Louisiana. I saw him in person. Yeah, he's crazy. Robert Powell. He's a crazy person, but he's funny. He is sharp.
Yeah, man. Like, that episode is one of the funniest episodes, for really though.
Baby ain't make no sense. Like, how do you do all this? Like, it was such a good episode. Bibby needs a spinoff.
Yeah, like, Bibby, like the life of Bibby. Like,
I need to know more.
The rise of Bibby, man. Like, all right, so since we've been giving y'all this good stuff for me, you know what I'm saying? We got 2 episodes, tons of stuff to get it on in the chat, in the comments down below. Before we get out of here, I want to get some final thoughts and where we can find you. I'm gonna start with the brand newest of guests. You know what I'm saying? Give final thoughts and where they can find you.
Yo, I mean, look, you know, it's a heck of a way to start a season. I'm looking forward to what they're going to bring next. I think we've had just like a great string of Black shows, really, the last 3 months, going from Abbott Elementary to Bel Air to now Atlanta. Like, shout out to this random setup of it, Insecure ending. So I'm looking forward to it. And you guys can actually find me at Gift Time Media. It's the easiest place to just compilate everything together. Gift Time Rugby, HBCU Rugby Classic, and everything in between that goes from there. GiftTimeMedia.com. And we out here trying to change the game for rugby, bring rugby to the HBCUs, and change the culture from the U.S. and out.
Word up. All right, see, this what's up, y'all. So check that out. Of course, once I get the links, I'm going to add those, put those links below and all that good stuff so y'all can check that out. And on to, you know what? Are we ever going to see Mark again? Unless we're talking about DC.
Look here, man.
We will never see Mark. When we saw Mark for Batman.
Mark is like a gremlin on Fridays and Saturdays. Mark belongs to the streets. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, Batman, you just say Batman 3 times and his bat tooth starts tingling. And the light-skinned brother pops up. But you'll see Mark one day. Mark Dub shall return like the Dark Knight.
Yes.
But you can find us at www.blerd-ish.com. Yes, www.blerd-ish.com. Keith Cooper on Facebook. Got the Blerd-ish page on Facebook. Blerd-ish on IG. Of course, I show, pop-ups that I do, stuff that I sell, just other things. Sometimes I give shout out to other fellow Blerds and do it the right way. Of course, shirts that I sell. Shirts on sale right now. I love this one right here. It's pretty much like all of Denzel's roles.
Word up.
Nice.
So, forgot about that Denzel fighter.
Yeah, look. See what it is? Or you have to flip it. Denzel fighter. Like in the parody Def Jam Fight for New York. So we sell goofy stuff like that. So go check us out. Check out our podcast. This show will also be on the podcast. And you can hear wonderful people like Gift also review different shows with me that I have to bring in. It's like he's like an unofficial member almost of Blerd-ish because Mark belongs to the streets on certain days. You don't know when you go find Mark. I'm starting to get him. Now I ain't gonna lie, he's up to date on Bel Air. I don't know when he's gonna be up to date on other stuff.
All right, now check out. We got a with that said, we got a star up in the chat. Yo, Gamma, are you down to get online real quick?
Gamma, what up? Oh,
yo, Gamma, you down to get online real quick? Like, holla at me.
Get up in here.
Like, let me know if you down to get online real quick. I'll send you the link real fast. I'll let you shout out, and then people get to see where you at, and people can follow you and subscribe and like and all that jazz.
Can I say this real quick? Shout out to Gamma. As of right now, be one of the judges at the Microcon. If I ain't released, hope I ain't. Or as will be determined, hopefully, as the contract is good and all that stuff, and the money go through and all that, or whatever.
Yep, the money go through.
But, that is to be determined, but that is the plan. Shout out to her. Follow her if she don't jump in, but she's a dope, Blerd black cosplayer who ain't into all the shenanigans as the other stuff that we mentioned earlier. Dope person, she's about her
word up. Also, if you are on my mailing list, you saw Gamma and Ninja's new photo together getting their delinquency on. You know what I'm saying? So, so yes, and you got the link to her IG and all that stuff to follow her and everything, and see all the cool stuff that she's making, putting on makeup and hats and shirts and all kinds of stuff, getting the cosplay on. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to do it. I can't sew nothing. All right. But look, I can put a cuff in your jeans and send you to school. All right, I can do that.
Wow.
Anyway, my final thoughts on this. Let me think. They have not missed a beat. I was worried.
No.
Okay. Atlanta season 1, awesome. Then people started blowing up, and we were like, "Are we ever going to get a season 2?" We finally got a season 2. But when people started like extra blowing up, I was like, "Oh yeah, we ain't never going to see a season 3." So now we got a season 3, and they ain't missed a beat, man. Honestly, on the low, Donald Glover and Stephen Glover, like, they some dope writers on the sneak. Like in Hero Murai, I believe.
Yes.
The director,
yeah.
Yo,
To
man.
be honest,
So
can I just say this?
that is a team, yo. Like that, I ain't gonna front.
Need a horror film. Go ahead, somebody fund them boys a horror film, a thriller. I want Florida.
I will.
As he's talking on the boat, I noticed I was like, it's getting darker around them. Like, notice, I was like, it's getting darker around them. Just like small, like, man, they killed it.
I think the thing about this though is I'll say that I think everybody's outgrown Atlanta because there's one thing I could feel. I feel like the acting doesn't feel as invested as it did in season 1 and 2 because they were just different actors, different places at that point. But like now, Brian Tyree, mega actor, Zazie Beetz, mega actor, even what's his name, Darius, Lakeith Stanfield.
Yeah.
So like whenever they play the character, it doesn't feel like it did before. It doesn't feel like it just feels like it's like you guys are trying to return back into something and thank you for us to do it. But I do want to see them all acting together in a big movie. I just don't want them to, once Atlanta's done here, I get why it needs to be done. I think they've passed this point, but they need to all still work. They got great chemistry.
I get you on that.
We get in the 3 and the 4, you know, they're gonna have their swan song. It's kind of bittersweet because they came in kind of at the same time with Insecure and they kind of going out at the same time.
Right.
So it's like that phase of TV is over and it was such a great phase. We got Albert, but will we have something as good as those two and other things that to be bizarre, to do black and bizarre and the absurd.
Yeah.
How many times do you get that?
Absurd to a whole nother level. But with that said, guys, of course, you know the deal. NERDSoul, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Share this because, you know what I'm saying, I'm fighting against the algorithm. It's already proven that YouTube doesn't promote black channels. All right, that's one. Then we see the discrimination lawsuit with Google and all the black employees. They don't want me to shine. They don't want you to shine. But the way you can stop it, where you can fight back, by using your little baby thumb or a little finger and just sharing it to whoever you got. Open up your phones right now. Open up your phones. Look to your left and look to your right. Share NERDSoul tonight. No, but on the wheel, like, subscribe, all that jazz. Thank you for rolling through. I'm going to give a shout out to everybody in the chat, as long as I can see your name because the words is small. But Malcolm Lee, Tyler Bennett, Aaron Medina, Lady Lisa came through, Gamma Ray, of course, Stephanie Jackson. Let's see who else. Jose Perez, Nisa came through. And some other people that was getting it. E equals MCU, bruh. Oh man, I didn't see M Sigler because I do not want to screw up your name once again. And that might be it. Did Ninja flow through too? It would have been dope if Ninja flowed through too. But yeah, so
I just want to give a shout out to you and your wife. I love y'all. I love y'all. Review. I look forward to them.
We do what we can.
I always listen to y'all's before I give y'all a shot on it. If y'all make a point that I know I'm not gonna tell, but I'm like, but let me, because Lisa be coming with the point, especially when it comes to Hillary. So I just had to give y'all a shot on that.
Lisa trip now. Apparently, you know. Before we close the show, say what up.
What up?
Kiddo?
Let's go.
Say I love all y'all.
I love all y'all.
Say peace.
Peace.
All right, y'all. We're going to leave y'all with Black Comics. I just finished reading Crescent City Monsters. Y'all need to check it out if you like getting your supernatural and your horror on. I got to have Newton on the show because I got questions about some characters that I'm super hype about. So Black Comics, we got some dope hip hop. And you can buy it. You know what I'm saying? Right over here at blurtish.com. And what?
You got it on.
Pat Sampson. I know you.
13ER.
Yeah, 13ER. Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Know what I'm saying? So Pat Sampson.
I like it. That's a salesman.
Yes, Tuskegee Airs.
And the 13ER.
Yeah.
Buy Daddy's comic book on the 13ER on Black Comics.
Thank you.
That's a salesman right there.
So with
Let's
that
go.
so from us to you, until next time, y'all stay real. Peace. Show 'em peace. We out. Oh man.
Got to know that if you keep dwelling in the past, you will remain in the past. Can I get a fucking yeah?
We back for a second. Normally we don't come back, but see, we got to hit y'all with that post credit. You know what I'm saying? Hit y'all with that post credit scene.
That MCU life.
That MCU life. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Gamma, if you still there, Gamma, go on, come through. Come on through. You know what I'm saying? We here. We ready to talk to you. We got people in the chat, people that's kicking it on Friday night. Come on through. We ready. You know what I'm saying? We ready. You know what I'm saying? I hope the people's ready. Hopefully they like, yeah, we cool, we ready. We down with y'all. We down. You know what I'm saying?
Is it still the same
yeah,
stream?
still same stream. We still chilling.
I'm gonna give a couple more predictions real quick while she come up. Because I didn't really sit thought. So far, yeah, they're not missing a beat. What do you think is gonna happen since the theme is about cursed whiteness? Because the couple did say it, something that the Amber or whatever name was, like, nobody stopped us from doing this. Nobody stopped us. How bad do you think it's going to get, knowing how it usually goes in Atlanta? Because it always usually falls on Earth.
Yeah, you're right. It does usually fall on Earth.
It's like Ladarius. I mean, nothing happens to Ladarius. It happens to Van. Van gets usually.
It's the residuals of what happens to Earn.
Yeah. And it's usually bad enough. Paperboy might get something, but it usually falls on Earn.
I feel like Earn's run of being like a quote good manager, he gonna come into some problems. So, because remember he was stumbling, and now it seems like he kind of doing this thing a little bit, and I think he's gonna come into some more problems behind some white stuff. Like maybe when they're trying to come back, maybe when they first arrive back. I feel like because this is the curse of whiteness. But no, because it seems like it's more happening to white people. Because you got the white dude talking about like kind of like you're trapped by it, and then you had those white ladies like they no one stopped us, like almost like she felt bad about it. So it's like,
and they killed themselves.
Yeah. I do. To be honest with you, I think there's a strong possibility that Earn dies at the end of this season to close out. This. Doing it again.
No. See, this is a blurt. No, he's slipping this in. You try to slip that in about my girl Kelly on Insecure. I don't know how you even got close to this wild theory.
So
it is to you. But I'm like, why? Why does she need to die?
Different story. I wasn't wrong, just the perspective of it. But still,
okay.
The point is, the reason why I think it goes back to the curse of whiteness. It goes back to the turn. It's what that redneck guy was saying at the beginning. Everybody, the whiteness isn't real. It's something that people try and buy into with blood and money. And I think we're seeing the elements of it kind of put the bread pieces together. Earn's going to continue to rise in this element, and he's going to keep getting his confidence in it. And I think that's what's going to end up being that overall downfall, because I'll leave it to a Donald Glover to try and make a weird, and it will be a surreal ending. It will be one of those like it was Inception, like you don't know, but you do know.
Oh yeah. All right, guys, I'd like to introduce y'all to Gamma Ray Cosplay. What up?
What's up? Hello. I'm happy to see faces and talk to y'all, even in this crazy world. Oh, I don't even want to talk. Girl, it's been a long.
I ain't seen you in forever. How you been?
I'm alive. I'm here. I mean,
all right, cool.
You know,
now I know
2 major surgeries, but I'm here.
Well, look, we'll get here, but you know what I'm saying. There's 2 surgeries coming up in this house, so you know we here. You ain't gotta, but we here. We gonna make it. We still strong. You know what I'm saying? We still standing. I'm happy to see your sunshiny face. Everyone, this is Gamma Ray. Do you have any thoughts about Atlanta that you'd like to share on this wonderful evening?
Outside of it is literally one of the best thing that probably has happened to television in I don't know how long. I mean, I just think it's hilarious. I've been a fan of Donald Glover and since Community days. You know, like full supporter, but I hadn't had a chance, I will admit, I had a chance to like catch the new season, but I feel like it's gonna be just as funny. I'd be surprised if it wasn't. I feel like just based off of the clips and trailers, they're about to take it there. But I mean, unless y'all have something to let me know, I mean, please do indulge.
I'm gonna tell you this.
I'll probably still watch it.
You said you didn't watch it yet, right?
Mm-mm.
The clips and the trailers, it don't start off happy and sunshine. That's the suck you in.
Yeah, that's the
full twist.
Tricky.
Hit you with that full twist.
What?
They tricking you.
It starts off with the foolishness.
Yeah,
but it's good. It's real. It's sadly all of it's real.
Jordan Peele is a strong inspiration here.
It's true. It's all true.
Yes, it's all true.
Oh man! Now, so is it like a dark humor, or is it just like, ugh? It's so real that it's like you gotta laugh to not literally lose your mind.
Yes, all of it. Yes.
Oh,
it kind of hits all those notes throughout the episode. Even in the second episode, it kind of hits similar notes where it's like, okay, this is messed up. All right, this is messed up but funny. But all right, this is kind of wrong. Like they know how to take you through all of these things.
Yeah, the theme of the year for the show is the curse of whiteness. It starts off explaining it, and they interview Donald Glover about the season. Yeah, it's go mess with your mind, but
it's about to get real.
It's gonna get real. It's gonna
get real, son.
Y'all about to have me just go and watch it as soon as I get off here. Yeah, I might just need to just go ahead and start watching.
And then next week we'll get here. Now, since you're here, And since all the people that DM me and holler at me and be like, yo, here's my email address, because you know what I'm saying, I want to be on the news, so that I want to know what's going on. Because see, when I click the bell, YouTube don't tell me nothing. You know what I'm saying? They saw the photos that you had, you know what I'm saying, with Ninja, getting your your delinquency on. Could you describe the photo shoot and also describe your inspiration while I put the link to that said photo in the chat?
Appreciate it. As always, appreciate the love and support. No, it's really crazy. So Ninja, she had hit me up back like last year. I mean, I think this was back in early like November. She was like, hey, right, I'm feeling a duo cosplay, like let's do it. I'm like, bet. She's like, Tokyo Revengers. I'm like, even better. Love the show. Pick out the characters and got the fits ready. And we was like, take a couple weeks, plan it out, send her the photos, we were gonna do it. In that time frame, it's when I had my car accident. And I was like, girl, I know you probably wait for some photos, but they're not about to come no time soon because your girl's wrist is all the way, bro. But it's all healed up now. So, but yeah, so time has passed. I finally can actually move my wrist, and I'm like, I need to do something. I need to get back in there in my head. Get back in the game. Right. I'm like, what better way than to just with my girl Ninja? Like, this is how I'm gonna do it. I got the outfit, tested out a couple of looks, and both of us, we try to, when we can, like really put our own like black girl magic spin on it. And I'm like, I don't want to do just straight blonde hair or curly hair. Let me do get some little locks, some little 2-strand twists. So that's what we I decided to do for my Mikey cosplay. And I'm in our home office. My husband was like actually working, but I'm like behind him doing like a whole cosplay photo shoot. And he's just like looking at me like, what are you doing? I was like, I ain't bothering you. Like,
so I gotta do what I gotta do, son.
Right. So I don't know. It's just that whole like gritty, just like I don't care vibe that Mikey has. And I mean, just like I'm fit, like, and I'm here.
How did y'all decide who was gonna be Mikey? Because I had a feeling you would be Mikey.
I let her pick. I mean, well, no, actually she let me pick. She was like, I don't mind. I'll do either. You let me know. And I just didn't trust the whole me like figuring out how to do like the shade side head thing. I was like, I ain't quite there yet. I was like, I can pull off a wig that's already together, but I don't know about the shade side. Like, I don't even know where to start with that. So I think it just worked out because honestly, when she did the edit, I was like, dang, Ninja like committed to this. Like, she really like cut her hair and like painted something on her hair. She was like, girl, like it was some editing.
Yeah, that photo was real, son.
Like, but no, she like it's like a wig cap. Like she did some editing and some stuff.
She did a good job.
That's what I'm saying. I was all the way like, girl, I was about to say, you made a real life choice for this. This is commitment. You have inspired me. Like, I need to step my game up. But no, like, she did an insanely amazing job on it. Like, I was totally blown away. Like, I was not expecting them to come out that good. Because I told her, I was like, hey, I'm a little rusty. I've been on a serious hiatus. Like, I hope these are okay. She was like, girl, these are like so dope. Like, so you took them and just took them to the next level.
Down pat, because I was like, oh yeah, like I just had a feeling you was gonna be Mikey. Because if you gonna be Mikey, you gotta be all in the camera thugging.
Right. That's what I'm saying. You just gotta be like, get on my level, that's what you're about.
Gotta chill.
Not get on my level though.
Dude, Mikey gotta be in the camera.
It is so funny because in her post, in her caption, she was just like, she told me, she was like, I intentionally like made it look like where she was taller than me. She's like, I'm all but like 5'4". I'm like, girl, I'm 5'3", barely. So I was like, you did. Again, shout out to her.
Y'all do look tall up in the photo.
She did it. She did that, and she's got still working on a couple more. So stay tuned for those, but definitely go check out my girl Ninja. Like, she is a beast with it, especially when it comes to the edit. I was like, man, no better way than come back and do another like epic duo cosplay. I think this is like our third or fourth one together. So
nice.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So before we get out of here, give us some shout outs. Who are some people that we should be following in the cosplay realm? And of course, let people know where they can find you. And then we'll really be gone this time, guys. We'll really be gone. We gave y'all a post-credit scene. And this is the first, maybe second time. This is probably the first time ever y'all got a post-credit. All right. So Marvel ain't got nothing on this. All right?
Exactly. We set new trends. Oh my gosh. Definitely be following my girl Ninja Yo-Yo. Check her out on social media. She's killing the game. Yon the Don, cosplay with B. Oh my gosh. CC the Geek. Cutie Senpai. Like, I literally Venture's brother, like, he just did a dope Jujutsu Kaisen. Like he's literally the voice actors. His stuff is so dope. They retweet his stuff because they're just so blown away. He's awesome. Like, so definitely go check him out. But I mean, it's just so many. I can't even name them all. Like, I just love this community. I love there's just so many, especially Black cosplayers out there, and we just having fun, living our best life. But if y'all want to see some of my dope cosplays, definitely check me out on all social media platforms at Gamma Ray Cosplay. And also, I've slightly been on a podcast hiatus, but check out the podcast that I co-host, Geeked Up, JXN, on all social media platforms as well.
All right, guys. So now this is really it. Thank you for rolling through. Thank you, Ghost and KC, for coming through way late. Love all y'all. And this time, this is the serious version. Peace.
someone who can.